G'day mate, and welcome back to Capture Industry with me, Jenny. Today's video is going to be all about power and water. I need more water to probably turn into more power. At the same time, as always, I need to thank you guys. I need to thank you guys for likes on the videos. I need to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I need to thank you guys for the wonderful comments. Also need to give a big shout out and a big thank you to the wonderful Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Those that are going above and beyond to keep the channel ad-free, because the little experiment we decided to try out in 2022 is see whether I can move from a AdSense, filling the videos full of mid-roll ads and all that sort of stuff, and sponsors and all those things that we hate watching, and see whether we can move across to a community channel instead, where I ask you guys to consider supporting the channel. This is why a YouTube membership starts off at all of $1, so everybody can afford it. And as always, I need to thank the newest YouTube members, and today we're going to be thanking Mr. Richard Stone, who happens to be holding rock across the map. It's not stone, it's rock. He's holding rock across the map to the rear of the map to extend the island, make the island bigger as always. So he is heading over here because we are now filling across the back of the map for something different. Well, because I decided I wanted more shipyards. I wanted more trading docks. At the same time, we have the digging team. The digging team is in here just removing part of the island. Again, it's their favorite job. It's their favorite pastime. It looks like they need to dig one more tile to left. Cool. Yep. We're just removing part of the island. I like removing parts of the island. At the same time, a couple of things we need to talk about that's happened between episodes. First off, I have finally installed a little 8-to-8 balancer. In case you didn't know, I actually stream over at Twitch, twitch.tv/JennyPlays. Link is on the screen. It's also down in the description. And over there, I've been playing a similar map, not quite the same map. It's a slightly different version, but yeah, things are progressing similarly. Let's put it that way. And one of the differences is on that particular map. I have a lot more desalination right here. I also have nuclear power plants right here, which means all my water is produced at one end of the map. Consequently, over in Twitchland, I installed a balancer a long time ago. Here, we just haven't had the need up until this episode, where we're still bringing in our three pipes worth of water from the nuclear reactor, which means they have a priority in. And then I need to add an extra output pipe to make sure that these farms, these 4 farms here, had their own dedicated water, because the water was just not getting far enough through. But one of the things I need to do is I need to unpause another housing, because we love having more people. Sure, just max it out, have it done real quick, because one of the problems I have is I actually don't have enough fruit and veg. My fruit and veg, whatever. Something happened. We used to have nothing but fruit and veg. Now we don't have enough fruit and veg. So I'm going to take this opportunity right now whilst I have some construction parts, because I've been saving for quite some time, because we're going to get another nuclear reactor up and running this episode. I'm going to take the opportunity to upgrade all 4 of those. Alright, so that's one of the things I want to talk about. Next thing I want to talk about really quickly whilst we're scrolling across the map is more solar. We've been dumping down solar fairly often. As you can see, I have a good amount of the new, better quality solar panels. Not the cheap ones, the better ones. Mainly because all the cheap ones that I have up on the hill, we're probably going to have to decommission and recommission somewhere that's not up on the hill, because I want to flatten out the hill. Next thing we need to talk about is quartz. Quartz was having an issue where it wouldn't unload fast enough. Comes down to I was just lazy with the belt routing, and I had 2 or 3 of these joined together. I think uranium I've had to update as well, because it was not unloading correctly. Yes. So I brought the right 4 into a balancer, the left 4 into a balancer, and then I joined the 2 balancers together. It cost a crap ton of power. I really wish there was a better way. I need a 10 by balancer, please, devs. Just please. But yeah, improve the balancer, and therefore ship is unloading a lot better, which is good because it's keeping the box full. Because the box is full, we can keep making poly at the speed of light. Next thing I do want to do very, very quickly is we have a situation with slag. i.e. I have too much of it. Not too much of it. I'm making more than what we can ship out. So one of the things I want to do whilst we have a few extra people is I just want to swing through here and click this whole lot. And one more. And upgrade that to large modules. Large modules means it'll load and unload faster. Also means it's going to store a whole bunch more material in there. All right. Sure, we have people currently. We're going to unpause you and unpause you guys. This is doing the contract vehicle parts for crude oil. This is my backup crude oil tank, which means if you have half emptied, it means the other crude oil tank, the primary export, is obviously running a little bit short. Something I need to do something about, obviously. I think we're just not making enough vehicle parts now, considering the old contract was 110 parts. The new contract, let me just click that really quickly, is 154 parts. It's a lot more parts, and I don't think I'm making enough. All right, next thing we need to talk about really quickly is steel. Steel, as we can see, got a little bit of an upgrade. I added in two extra smelters. I refer to a double set as a smelter. Yeah, I added in two extra smelters. Also meant I got to rejiggle all these belts through here, which is a bit of a, it was definitely helpful. At least for the poly. The poly now comes into one balancer, gets prioritized out of that balancer into the next one, where it's actually forced off to electronics 2 first, and then the excess from that one runs into electronics 1, and it's only the excess that goes off to solar, which is paused anyway. The next thing we need to talk about is recyclables. Recyclables got rebuilt. I did talk about doing it last episode. It's now done. Main reason being recyclables. Okay, this is our processing, 288 per minute. As we can see, we are definitely exporting more than that. I have no idea why this peaks up and down. It's regular. Christmas? They have Christmas every second year? I don't know. But yes, we're only processing 288. Now, a third one is, they process 144 each. So a third one's like 430-ish. I don't produce 420, 430, whatever it happens to be, recyclables per minute. So we don't need a third recycling center running yet. But eventually we probably will. At the same time, this is all the gold from our first recycling center. Yep, there ain't a lot of it. Notify me when you're empty. So, what I decided to do is, rather than taking all my gold across and plugging it into the gold smelters, we're literally going to have one little furnace here processing gold into a box. Because there's just no point. There's no point with the cost of running that belt across when literally for however long the build's been, the original recycling build has been running, we had 120 gold. It's just not worth it. If I end up actually, hang on, we can do this. Gold scrap. Yup. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. If we start producing more, then maybe it's something I'll consider doing. But for right now, so not worth it. So not worth it. All right. Next thing we need to talk about is our glass rocking chairs and our white goods. We had a situation where our household appliances and our household goods were not keeping up. To fix that, I went and upgraded both these machines to robotic assemblers because they run twice as fast. The other thing we have is, remember how I said, I never need more servers? A little box is fine. Yeah, Jetty did it. She put in a big box, a very, very big box, which obviously means I need to empty the box to start the start the machines up and running, which means we need to duck over and look at data centers. These are full. That's what I thought. All right. I have built a new data center. Main reason being, Main reason being, the water pump. The water pump is, what is it called? Groundwater pump. Groundwater pump is on one of the water tables. Now, this produces 48 water per minute. The water chillers lose 6 water per minute. So therefore, if I have 48 water coming in, I lose 6 per minute. I can support 8 of these guys on one pump. Hence, I have 8 data centers right here. Also means that if I press the right combination, there we go, I can mirror this and put the second one right beside it. I like this little design, so I just built a little design right here. I plan to move data centers and everything over here anyway, but I want to just get at least one of you guys up and running, and that way I can do this, and that way the servers can start getting dumped in here. We can start making some more. I really wish there was a button for it, like a shift button, so I could just add them in here. At the same time, we're going to add a whole bunch into here as well, just to make sure that we can keep producing more servers. But with you and you done, I'm out of service. And that's probably one of the main reasons I decided to upgrade storage. Sure, that's a lot of teraflops. That's 48 teraflops. 48 teraflops, that's what, 96 teraflops plus another 14. It's a lot of teraflops. It's a lot of teraflops just added to the system, but yeah. I expect I'll go through teraflops in the not too distant future. Okay, speaking of teraflops and other things, today's episode is going to be about water and power. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk about water. Out here on the world map, there is a groundwater well pump, which for admittedly not a lot of people, not a lot of Unity, and not a lot of maintenance, I can get in a good amount of water. 192 water per minute is a lot of water. So what I want to do is I want to send the ground ship off to go upgrade that. Yeah, the ground ship. Yeah, so I need to upgrade this particular dock. This particular dock that brings in wood. The catch is I can't extend it to the right because it's going to be too close to this dock, which is in theory making vehicle parts that we don't have enough vehicle parts. Hang on, let's just do vehicle parts really quickly. Upgrade you, and upgrade you. Yeah, we're just slowly upgrading machines as required into bigger and better machines to run faster. Yes, so I need to upgrade this dock. To upgrade this dock, I'm gonna need to move it to left. To move it to left, I need to remove the main dock. At the same time, there's a good chance I want to push these out to have a little bit more room at the front, because there's a number of things I need to do across the front. So I decided, you know what, as I need to landfill over here, we'll start landfilling out here and we'll work our way across. Fully expecting me to have an issue, because this says ship access is blocked and therefore ship can't be worked. But if I load a crew in there, and then I come out to the world map and I say deliver, ground ship's like, yeah, sure, no problem, mate. We can get that done for you. It's a feature. It's a feature. Do not tell the devs. I love it. This is how we get a fortified ship. We put it in the dock, inland, and that way no pirate can ever attack us. Yes, this is our future defense platform. So we're going to send the ground ship out to go upgrade that. I'm thinking we're going to upgrade that twice. But if I'm going to produce water on the world map, I need to bring it into here somehow, which means we're going to pop back over here to this dock that you may have noticed earlier, which I've already got built because, frankly, waiting for docks is waiting for the construction of docks is a giant pain in the ass. It just takes too long. What I want to do is I want to start flanking this with a whole bunch of medium modules. There we go. And I want to bring in water right here. We're going to be bringing in a lot of water right here. And my plan is we're going to be feeding this into sort of the farms, sort of not the farms. I want you to go there and there. Let me grab a pipe from that. Yeah, pipe from that, 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 pipe from that one, and a pipe from that one. Okay, after I've done all that, we're going to mix the two together with a pipe and a pipe and get storage. I want a big container, which we're going to dump in right there. Let's remove both those and actually upgrade them to big pipes. Okay. So my plan is obviously bring you home and 89%. Okay. Let's go back to the dock real quick. Because I want to do one more delivery out to there. Upgrade. Start loading the ship. Alright, whilst we wait for that to get reloaded. So my plan is... Whoop, wrong one. To bring in water right here. Bring in water right here, and then I need to plug it into something. Can I just grab a big pipe? Pipe 2, yeah. And we're going to wrap the water pipe across to this pipe that's already been pre-built. Unpause. Okay. Unpause. Alright, our plan is going to be, we're going to import the water right here. I'm going to import the water right here, and I want to take... Go away. I want to take the water, and we're going to plug it into this pipe. This pipe is going to take it around, past food and everything else, over to this location. The reason we're going to this location is I have all these desalination plants. Okay, this one provides 300 water, that provides another 300, another 300, another 300. And at the moment, they are all burning coal. And for every 300 water I produce from seawater is going to cost me... We're going to go with 40 coal. 40 coal per minute. I'm still trying to cut down on my coal usage, and this is something I should have set up a very, very long time ago. I meant to, and it's been on the list of things to do, and we just haven't got around to it. So, if I can bring all my water to here, what I want to do is I want to balance it between these 4 pipes, which sounds easier than you would think. Let's go forward a tile. As I already demonstrated, I can build an 8-to-8 balancer, and here it made sense because I had at least 6 pipes coming, seven pipes coming in, with at least 5 pipes coming out. In the case of this one, I don't have nearly that. I have way less. I have literally 4 pipes, and I just need to add a 5th. I need to add a 5th. I need to balance it between the 2. So first answer is obviously going to be a couple of balances. The second answer is going to be plugging you in there. The third answer is going to be also plugging you in there. And this is the bastardized system we're going to use. We're going to have you prioritize in from this water pipe, which we split in 2. We're going to have you prioritize in from this pipe, we've split into 2. And we're just going to shove it between all 4 pipes, hopefully semi-reasonably. At the end of the day, it all comes and all gets merged and mingled together in one giant tank. But my plan is, as long as we have the ship bringing in water, then that goes in as a priority over these guys burning coal, just trying to save me some coal. I need you to be that one, water, and copy and paste, and ship access is blocked. Do you have all the parts yet? 204. Somebody deliver the parts. Hurry up. Oh, yeah, oh. Yeah, it turns out they have better access to the shipyard from the seaside than they do from the land side. So it takes a little bit longer to load up the ship now. Done loading cargo. Excellent. You go deliver cargo there. Alright, so my plan is to get that up and running this episode. At the same time, there's one other thing I want to get up and running, and that is a nuclear power plant. Because I could do with more power. Even though I've been dumping down a fair number of solar panels between episodes, if we look at this power plant, we are running everybody flat out, yes. And my mix system that makes both water and power, the smart reactor, you're running, and we're on a cloudy day, which is a good sign. It's definitely a good sign. But obviously I could definitely do with making a little bit more power, especially if I want to continue upgrading and building the way I am. You're all done. You can come home. And we're going to turn you on. Yeah, after we unload the ship, that should be fine. That's going to make 288 water per minute. Hang on. Okay, what I want to do is I want to pause this ship. And I want to pause you. Oh. Pause all of you. Cool. That frees up some workers. Landship, unload crew. Cool. Alright. 40 workers available. Excellent. Oh. Oh. Coal. We are still mining coal. In fact, I am still mining my way across the map slowly, bit by bit by bit. We're doing a pretty good job of removing all the coal. That's sort of not really the plan, and the plan at the same time. One, because I want to remove all the materials. Two, because if we run out of coal, bad things happen. We do have contracts and other things offsetting that, and we're about to set up some more water to also offset that. You know, stop burning quite as much coal. But yeah, I'm sort of worried. We have too many recyclables. Fine. We're gonna need more people again. I told you today's episode was about people and power. If that's the case, let's unpause you. Same time, unpause you and unpause you. The other thing I want to do whilst we're here is we're going to make this the primary shipyard, which means the boat that has no crew on it, we're going to sail it over here because we can. Yes, even though we have no crew. Come on, ship. Here we go. Here's the crewless ship. It sails around on autopilot. It's perfectly fine. It's great. It's grand. Don't question it. All right. We're going to bring the ship in here and we'll just park you right there, even though you're empty, which is good because it means I can remove the extra dock. The extra dock at the front. You are paused. You're going to bring in 1,700 water. So you're currently doing 288 water per minute, which would save me 40 coal. Providing I get a ship out there and back. That's also going to be the catch. Let's unpause you. Wait until there's enough cargo. I don't know how much and how quickly we can get the water. That's the thing. I haven't done any oil mining, oil drilling for quite some time. So I'm not sure how much water you get, how long it takes to pump out, or any of those things, because I'm really not sure. All right. So our plan is ship access is blocked. Ship access is blocked, which means I can get rid of the shipyard. That is going to be, oh my god, I forgot I'd lose all the frames. I can also remove you, and you. And we can finally get rid of the beacon after 1,000+ years. We're going to remove the main shipyard, which, funnily enough, I can in Unity get rid of, but I can't build a new one with Unity. That's really weird to me. So we're going to get rid of all that. Main reason I want to do that is it does mean that, yes, between episodes, hopefully, I can start landfilling around here, although there is a good chance that I might just... Where's the dock? I might just end up putting the dock way out here and run belts, because it sort of makes sense, honestly. It sort of does. It'll take me a while to fill that in, obviously, but it also means I can put this one down rather than potentially blocking this one for a little while whilst I get the trucks in and out. Also means I can clean up some spaghetti along here for, well, all those belts. All right. Nuclear reactors. Nuclear reactors. That's what I want to talk about. All right. I don't care about groundwater resources getting low. I know. We're going to hopefully fix that in the not too distant future. All right, so I am losing a lot of water by this reactor making power. So what I want to do is I want to put in a brand new nuclear reactor. Now, nuclear reactors are expensive. They're expensive for a number of reasons. One, to actually build the reactor itself. Two, well, let's just copy this one. Let's try copying again. To build the infrastructure that goes around it, okay? The actual power plant is, well... just the power plant part is like 1,500 parts. Okay, add in the reactor, we're at 2,000. Add in all the desalination, it's a good 3,200 parts plus. Yes. What is it? The cooling towers, way cheaper. Don't get me wrong, way cheaper to build. But we've covered that. We've had that argument before. I'm not going to build them that way. Now, one thing I do have access to is over here. I have an old power plant. I have the old power plant with the perpetually spinning flywheels. Don't question it. They just go forever. Rather than rebuilding the wheel, I could tap into this old power plant. Now, this is only a 2x power plant, whereas these are a 3x power plant, but it does save me a whole bunch of materials. So this is going to be our plan to start with. We are going to, well, remove you, same time, remove that coal, that water pipe, and that water pipe. Also remove the main trunk water pipe. Off there, 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 and there. And uni. Did I miss the first one? I must have. Sorry, I don't have any frames at the moment. We're currently demolishing a shipyard, and that seems to chew all the frames. All right, that should clear me a little bit more space, just a tiny bit more space to get a few more things done. Can I please delete the connector? I'd love it if I could refund for that. All right, so my plan is we're going to be putting we're going to be plugging into this nuclear into this power turbine thingamajiggy bob. I do want to have you and you not on auto balance, and I do want to have the next two on auto balance, this one off auto balance, that one on auto balance, because we're going to have this turn on and off as required. Okay, so plan is to put in a balancer in, and we'll explain the balancer in a minute. Also a nuclear reactor, which is going to need a water supply and a steam supply and all sorts of fun things. Yeah, first thing we need to do is I need to get rid of the spent fuel. The spent fuel, we are going to hopefully have the AI run the belt into the spent fuel belt, which may look ghastly, but honestly, it's probably about as good a job as I could have done myself. Next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to bring in fuel rods right there. With that done, I can obviously see the whole... No. I forgot two important things for a reactor. This particular reactor is going to require being hooked up to the emergency cooling. There is a chance this reactor is going to be a little bit more dangerous to run than our previous reactors designs. Let's put it that way. So I need to pull this as close this way as possible. Is there a way I could squeeze that together? Pipe. Okay, sorry, I need you to come in first and then off that into there and then remove that. Okay, and then cut the whole thing and move it as close as possible. Every tile matters. Okay, and can I get that? Remove everything backward and plug that into there and plug that into there. Okay, so we have a nuclear reactor with emergency cooling. All right, next thing I'm going to need is obviously a bridge to get steam from A to B. There's no better way than just going straight across, honestly. In fact, no, we'll just have one bridge. All right, but then I need a large water tank for water, and my large water tank for water is going to be this one. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have two of them using the same water tank, but I think, at least I hope, I'm okay this time around. Otherwise, we may have a meltdown. Actually, can I bring you to right there? Can I remove that? Cool. Let's bring you into there and then off there. Hello? Yeah, into there. All right. So this is going to be my nuclear reactor. We're going to be putting you right in uni. Done. All right. Next thing I want to do is obviously I want to take that steam. We're going to be taking the steam, and I need to plug that in to that balancer. Now, I want to run this reactor at stage 2. Stage 2 is enough steam to run this whole turbine. It's a double turbine, so it's going to give me another 10 megawatts worth of power. But, as I said, I do want to have some of them on auto balance, okay? I don't want to use all the steam on that one item. So, potentially have excess steam, and we know with nuclear reactors you can't have any excess steam. You have to get rid of and burn all the steam. So what I want to do is I want to find a spot to dump the excess steam, which means, come on, go there, and then just duck under the bridge for me, because I have another spot that needs steam that we're going to plug into. Cool. Just build that real quick. We have this thing here, called an oil refinery. Oil refineries use a whole bunch of steam. And in fact, we already have some limited smarts on this. So we have excess hydrogen provided from the actual oil refinery itself, comes into these gas boilers, and it's burnt off. That obviously gives us some steam. Also, the depleted steam comes into these guys and gives us back water, which then pumps back into the system. It's a very, very interlinked system. Can I also fill that in, please? Cool. Very, very interlinked system. But it also has a couple of coal boilers as a backup system. So what I want to do is I want to remove that single pipe section there. Put in, come on. Put in a balancer right there. Take out excess steam from the nuclear reactor and plug that into there. And our plan is going to be, this is going to be our primary balancer. It has a priority in from hydrogen, obviously, because I need to burn off the hydrogen. If I can't burn off the hydrogen, then, well, the oil refinery don't work. Next up, it brings in any excess steam, i.e. if it doesn't have enough steam from the hydrogen boilers, it brings in excess steam from this pipe, which comes from this balancer, which we're going to priority in from the nuclear reactor. So if the nuclear reactor has excess steam, it's going to pop into here. If it can't pop in for here, then we'll still have the coal boilers as a backup to make sure we have enough steam to keep running the oil refinery. But that's going to be our plan. We're going to have you prioritize into going into power first, because obviously power is the most important. You are still building. Damn. All right. And with that done, I'm going to unpause these guys. My perpetual wheels are still perpetually spinning. Yeah, I don't want to turn on these guys, because as soon as I turn them on, they're going to start working, and my perpetual wheels are going to slow down. We do need to tie in this system, and this is one of the other reasons I chose this one, because it already has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. It has every single desalinator still available to tied into these guys. Actually, we should talk about water return. So the depleted steam from these guys comes into these desalinators. These desalinators bring the clean water, which is this bottom red pipe, around and through the CO2 scrubbers, which, no, they're still definitely working. You don't have enough CO2. Do you have too much CO2? No, you don't have enough CO2 either. Okay. They bring, that pipe. They bring all the water to here. It comes into this balancer. This balancer has priority out to different spots, but, and a priority in from, which pipe's that pipe? That pipe. Which actually comes back to this desalination plant that used to be much larger, which is now much smaller. But the point is, we have the water from, well, everything on the right hand side, also combined with this water, and then it is actually plumbed out into this water pipe. This water pipe comes around here and is one of the inputs into the oil refinery to make sure that we're not running this little guy over here, which is our backup water for the oil refinery. And then if the water can't be used over on that side, in this particular little balancer, it pops back out over here. It comes around here and plugs into this pipe, which I'm going to upgrade on the off chance. Plugs into this pipe, plugs into this balance, and goes back into this tank. So it technically means that this reactor is hooked up to this tank. The only technicality is that could have been really dangerous. The only technicality is, well, it's connected via about 3 other systems. Okay, with all that said, we're going to be able to crank you up to number 2. You have 24 fuel rods ready to go. You are obviously creating steam. Excellent. One thing I should mention is power priority. You guys are power priority 2. Solar is number 1. This is my next power plant at 4. This is my next power plant at 6. You guys are going to be going in at number 5. Okay, so unpause. Yeah, my perpetual machine is no longer perpetual. Sad. Steam. No steam? Steam. Okay. So the plan being that this one's gonna. Solar produces whatever solar produces. This does another 15 megawatts. This does another 15 megawatts. There is now no load on this. At least there shouldn't be, ever, for quite some time. And everything else comes into here. This, with 2 of these off auto balance, should give us at least a guaranteed 5 megawatts. 5 megawatts worth of power. So I should be able to run 2 of these flat out, which is good because, as you can see, we're in that fluctuation state where we're sometimes using the 5 megawatts, sometimes not. If we're not, the extra power is going to the flywheels. If we are, well, then the power's coming off. If we are, and then some, the power's coming off the flywheels. At the same time, we have the extra 2 hooked up with auto balance turned on. So if this gets too low, we can then run the extra turbines to charge up the flywheels, and that's going to be sort of our plan. I'm pretty sure this system should run fine. I love how confident I am about a nuclear reactor. Paused pipes can obviously go away. Yes, I love how confident I am about a nuclear reactor. This should run fine. I don't expect any issues. I hope. At the same time, we should be providing most of the time 96 steam over here, which should alleviate 2 of these guys running at all times. I'm pretty sure, at least I hope, that oil is going to be consuming at least 96 steam at all times. All right, so we now have more water coming in. Actually, I should check on that water. Curious how it's doing. Well, it takes empty. One of you's wrong. I didn't check. It takes maybe not empty enough. Well, technically I got like 5 months to pump it out, so I guess that's okay. There's a lot of water on the world map. Okay, so in theory we're okay. All right, next thing I want to do, whilst we still have a little bit of time left in the episode, is, as we have a whole lot of data flops, I want to do some upgrades. So around here, this is about getting more people. So a electric assembler 2 takes 8 people. A robotic assembler takes 3 people. Also, you take 50 kilowatts. You take 30 kilowatts a piece. 2 of them obviously cost 60 kilowatts. But on top of that, you need 4 teraflops worth of power. Every single teraflop, if I come to here, every single teraflop costs me 5 kilowatts. So because you need 4 teraflops, you're actually going to cost me 20 kilowatts on top of what's the machine use again? The 50. So you actually cost me 70 kilowatts, whereas 2 of you will cost me 60 kilowatts. Hence, I want to upgrade power. But at the same time, what I want to do is I want to start doing some upgrades on some things we're short on, like electronics. So we're just going to come through here really quickly and upgrade. If I upgrade 4 of you to robotic assemblers, it technically means I can pause 4 of you guys. Yeah, that's how things work, because they run twice as fast. But I actually need to have more electronics, so I think I'm going to upgrade 6 of you up to the robotic version, and we're going to leave. So 6 of you are now worth 12 of you, which is what we had originally, plus I have an extra 2 running. We're going to see if that's enough. We're going to see if that's enough electronics, because obviously I'm burning electronics 1 to convert into electronics 2, and I'm burning 2s to convert into 3s. Yep. But with our ships up and running, off getting more water, I expected that to actually empty faster. Oh, I found your issue. So what you're telling me is you weren't actually emptying at all. All you've done is you've emptied into the pipes. Yeah. Okay, have a look at that. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting this to actually go down. Yep, that's much better. Okay, so with us getting in a bit more water, saving a little bit more coal, plus also upgrading the nuclear reactor, we have plenty of power, which means into the next episode, we can probably deal with consumer electronics. We can probably also deal with a whole bunch of upgrades, producing a whole lot more electronics 2, blah, 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 blah. But they're all things that we're going to be covering in the next episode, because I'm flat out of time. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the very next episode. All right, bye.